Good morning, everyone. It is 7 o'clock in the morning on June the 27th. My name is Doug from Digital Currency Traders. I'm going to do a short live stream here today on Bitcoin dominance topping out here. It has given us a full exit signal again. And I want to start off just by pointing out these three top formations here. 1, 2, 3 of them. They match up with the formations. Let me fix this. These formations, can't see it. Let me switch scenes. Those match up with these formations here. So you can see the first top formation is when we had everything went to alert, but everything pulled back. So the top formation here, everything was going into alert, but then it pulled back. Let me clear off all this. It was going into alert and then it pulled back. Maybe we had it earlier here where it was going into alert and then pulled back. Everything was going into alert and it's pulled back. Now everything is going into alert status again here. As we can see, we have 73 coins that are in alert status now, 73 out of 300. To me, that's pretty much it. If we grab a little wee bit of these 73 coins and manage risk, that's it. The rest of them are just going to be gravy. Some of them will pump really nice, but this is the first wave. These are the really big gravy coins to me. And this is why our system outperforms the market, is because we're getting into these early ones, like the early movers in the bell curve, and we're not looking to get into all of them and every one of them. Then the ones that do prove correctly here, we can add on to them, and that's super powerful. Let me go back to this scene. No. Because I want to go over. Okay, I didn't prepare the scenes right. Now I want to go over Bitcoin and then we'll go over the altcoins. So Bitcoin has gone to full exit here on June the 14th or thereabouts. And now it's pulled back to where the last few days we've been watching the relative strength index create a bottom formation here. Now we have the 1, 2, 3 formation coming back into that parallel channel. And as that 1, 2, 3 formation breaks out, that's our signal. So then we could start building on after that. Even though the EMAs are officially crossed to our full exit, always watching for that 1, 2, 3 formation, especially when we can add it together with details in the Bollinger Bands. So for me, the Bollinger Bands have made two mean reversion buy signals on the 12-hour time frame as price went outside the third standard deviation. Then it came inside the second standard deviation and made a 1, 2, 3 formation. So it happened over here, and now it's building out to happen again. And the more important thing for me is that we are getting this green belly indicator again. And when we get the green belly indicator on the 4-hour time frame from our custom-made Sniper Extreme indicator, this is telling me when the 4-hour and the 1-hour and the 12-hour are going outside of each other in unusual ways. And the way I discovered this was by tracking the 1-hour, the 4-hour, and the 12-hour every day by moving these bands, and I would be tracking when is the 1-hour outside the 4-hour in an unusual way. And over time, as I'm combining this indicator with the 1, 2, 3 formation, and as we're combining it with the relative strength index and how those cross over, especially with the MACD crossovers, then we're able to determine that this is a really important time when we get outside this third, making the 1, 2, 3, breaking the trend line. It's time to just whisper in there and we can build on as the bigger and bigger 1, 2, 3s prove themselves out. So for me, Bitcoin really looks like it's building a bottom from here. Yet, if that is going to really occur, then we must have dollar index breaking from this formation here and make a 1, 2, 3 top of some form, and then start breaking down below that. And the reason I'm super excited about it is that we have the AltSeason Copilot giving us this early indicator. So if I was to throw a ball up into the air as hard as I could, you know that you would, as soon as I threw it, you could predict where it's going to top out because it's already decelerating as I'm throwing it upward. It's still going upward, but gravity is slowing it down. So it's going upward less slowly. We can see that if we were to graph it out, that it's accelerating toward the ground as it's going up. So what we're trying to look for is when are altcoins accelerating a little bit early before the top formation, because that's telling us that the momentum is changing and that we can start seeing it in the most sensitive places, and that is the altcoins. So when Bitcoin dominance is topping out here and coming down, the very earliest of the altcoins are showing that already in our charts. So now I want to go through into some of the specifics, and I have to change scenes here. Let me see, I didn't set this up properly. I should have had this in the other panel. So here's the today details where I went through all the charts again, and these are the only 3 new alerts that I found, was for ZRX, YGG, and ROSE. And then yesterday, we had a number of alerts and a couple of those fired into hold statuses. So we have Super, SUI, SSV, SKL, SEI, lots of them in that one panel for me. And now let's go into the alert status coins. You can take a look at those. And there's a few of them, so I'll expand this out. So we can see the target entry for ADA is at 653 Satoshi, and it's at 621 right now. So if I was to go back to ADA, we can see the formation here. It's a break of the downtrend line, the 1, 2, 3 formation on the 4-hour time frame, and that it's making the bottom formation. So if this does take off and wick us in there, I'll leave the stop loss back until it's come up and pulled back a little bit. So I hear Bitcoin giving some noise in the background with the Bitcoin Liquidation Watch live stream. If you guys aren't watching that, check it out. Be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it. Let's get it growing again. So these are the current alerts. API, auction. You can just take a screenshot of these with the target entry and the current BTC value. SOL, SSV, here's those ones from yesterday. And these are all standing there ready. Then we have the stage 2A coins, which are in profit. You can see this down below here now. We've got the stage 2A coins, which are in profit, but the stop loss hasn't moved up yet to manage risk. And I went through all these today, and coins like AAVE here, I can't move the stop loss up on that yet. Close though. You know, I don't want to let a winning trade turn into a loser, and yet I want to give it enough space until I see the technical levels have changed, then I can move the stop. So this one, I could probably move the stop above the entry, and then I'm taking more risk though if it's going to kick me out and have to do the work again. So I don't mind leaving this back a little bit, and I'll chase it up as I need to. But the rest of them are still a little bit too close, like 1% profit. I can't move the stop loss up on that. Even this 13% profit on IMX, I don't want to move the stop loss up on that yet. No. It's got to make a big move, then consolidate a bit. So a lot of sitting to do on these. Even, you know, all of this 18%, 21%. I've got to sit on those and just watch them for now. So there we go. You can see what's happening in the profitable coins. You can see those alert status coins. You get the overview of what's going on with Bitcoin, and the alt season is coming around the corner. So as Bitcoin is making this 1, 2, 3 formation and starting to take off, as we see Bitcoin dominance breaking down lower, though, that's it. This is the ultimate time where Bitcoin price is going up and Bitcoin dominance is dropping. So that means that the altcoins are gaining in US dollar value faster than Bitcoin is. And putting your money into the Bitcoin is going to grow our US dollar and it's going to grow our Satoshi. But again, it's always contingent on the dollar index. So it's got to top out from here. And if it doesn't, then we really got to manage risk on all the coins and cryptos that we have right now, because our system really is in full cash right now still, officially, until Bitcoin breaks back up above these levels and we get the EMA crossover. Until then, we're front running our signal. We're getting in early before our signal because we're recognizing these forces in the 1, 2, 3s and the extremes in the Bollinger Bands here. So thanks again for tuning in on these videos. I hope they're helpful. I hope they're helping you make money. And if they are helpful for you, do me the favor, hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment down below. Those things really do make a difference for me. They make me feel good. So that's it for today. Trade safe and keep those losses